Hello from Dragon.com. This is Ji Sifu, and today we'll be talking about the knowledge and the deeper wisdom stuff in our magic lineage, Saam Law Sun Gung. So today we'll be talking about what is dragon in magic. Okay, so a lot of people, when we talk about dragon, you automatically will think about the animal, the snake-like animal, with the antler, the stuff, like Dragon Ball, or the Chinese robes with the dragon stuff on it, like design, all that stuff. Okay, the dragon. Now, is that the dragon that we are referring to whenever we say dragon? Do we really believe that there is such an animal? Well, there could be such an animal, but that is totally not what magic is about. Now today I'm going to introduce this Samfat, which is the knowledge, the mind. You can say it's like the mindset, but it's more like a deeper knowledge in our lineage, and it is called the 神龍18劍. Celestial Dragon 18 Sword. It sounds very cool, eh? So, it's actually not about any kind of sword, okay? In magic, everything is like that. It's like... Okay, let me start drawing. Got my new pen, new marker today. Okay, so the word 神龍18劍 here, okay? 神 龍. This is what we are working with today. 神龍18劍. Okay? This is 神龍. Hope you can read that. 18劍. Okay? This is Cantonese, by the way. 神龍18劍. Okay? Well, if you actually try to translate it, you can, literally when you do it, it's like celestial dragon 18 sword. Okay? It doesn't have anything to do with sword. It doesn't have anything to do with the dragon, the animal. It doesn't have to do with anything with the celestial. Now, why is this named that way, but it's not like that? Well, it's just like saying hot dog. It's not about eating dog meat. Right. Hamburger. Sometimes you don't even see ham in there. That's right. Languages is a powerful tool. By using different metaphor and combination of word, we often can bring out a message to the other party or the receiving end to understand something that is not what it meant on the surface, because you are trying to relate to it in a way with a property of that word that is related. Like, for example, okay, if you want to say someone is skinny, okay, so automatically you will relate to some word that has a property of skinny. For example, like the animal of a horse, and the skinny as a horse and skinny as a snake is kind of different. You see, you get the vibe, right? You're skinny like a horse. You automatically, you look at the face and you can imagine the face is very long, skinny, the muscle here, And then when you say, oh, they're skinny like a snake, automatically you get it as this body is, wow, that kind of stuff, okay? Now, this is exactly the same kind of theory. In magic, we do not use the absolute with the wordings. Whenever we say dragon, it's not related to that dragon. But that dragon can call up the memory inside your brain. Like, For example, by using a picture of that dragon, okay, immediately, because the visual, the image is very strongly implanted into people's mind, that dragon. So when you say dragon and you use the picture of a dragon, it can make you call up a lot of things. And well, if you ask, what if the person don't know or never saw or heard of the Chinese dragon, then it doesn't work for them? It does. Because it doesn't matter if you know it or not, in the magic learning journey, like while you're learning inside the lineage, you will learn a lot of things, like the properties about this dragon word that we're going to teach you. So by the time, like after a long period of time of learning, you will start to learn a lot of things about, oh, this is dragon what? This is dragon blood. This is dragon heart. This is dragon whatever. And then in your mind, all that stuff will create a new dragon in your mind. When you see this picture of a dragon, you automatically will have all these things in your subconscious level brought up. And these things will call up all these energies, which is the intention, the memories, the thought, brain power. It will call up everything. It will trigger up everything. So what is the Celestial Dragon 18 sword? Wow, nice marker. Finally, I can erase it. Woo. Okay. The word sword here means the to make it simple, okay? It means the way how energy is transmitted through a unit to go from outside to inside, inside to outside, okay? To keep transmitting energy through different dimensions, the negative to positive, positive to negative, negative to positive, like that, okay? When that can be done, that is how a sword is like. A sword, the property of a sword, it has two faces, okay? Not one face, two faces. Two edges, both work together to form a point, a tip, okay? This tip in the center stab into any universe or any unit or anything. When it's stabbed in there, it creates a cut with two dimensions. Okay? So whenever energy transmit and go from here to here and here to here, okay, it goes through different universe, different places. Then that is the way how a sword works. Like for example, if I am going to transmit my stuff from my body, for example, say if I want to transmit my thoughts, okay, these are my energies, the elements, my thoughts. I want to transmit that to someone else by using writing. I write on a piece of paper. Now this can be called the stuff that I'm doing can be called a form of a sword, because this action of transmitting the energy from here out of my universe, which is my body, my brain, my system, out of my system to this one, and then to another system, which is the reader who reads the word. And by doing that, just that interaction, I already stabbed into, wow, stabbed, lots of alcohol smell, holy. I already stabbed or inject my element from inside to outside and into their, like from inside me, outside, and into their system. It's like a sword or a needle poked in there and inject into this person. So that's a form of a sword. Now, the 18th sword is actually describing how this word dragon transmits the energy. Let me try to draw this word, okay? It's kind of hard because I have to draw it in a way that kind of makes some calligraphy sense. So, okay. First drop of blood. Okay. Then you see a drop here. Okay, that looks good. Seriously, you know, with a brush, this will make it much easier. But oh my, totally out of control. Okay, just try my best to illustrate. Okay, this is how it should look with calligraphy brush. Now the way how the calligraphy brush moves around and form these strokes in this kind of manner, like with the hooks and the slashes and stuff, actually do means a lot. Okay. Just try my best. Let me finish this. Oh my. Harder than I thought. Okay, come on, come on, come on. Almost. Ah, okay. See, 1, 2, 3. Okay, this is how the word dragon is written. Okay, so basically let us go through the strokes. 1. Whoops. Ah! My word. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Like this. Okay? That is the 18 strokes. Every stroke tells you about one action, just like one command. What I mean by command, if you actually look at programming in computer, one command is like one action, right? It's really alike. What is the command? The command is one action. Okay. Now these little drops, they are like water drops, but they are more like this kind of stuff. Whenever you see this, okay. Ooh. Whenever you see this kind of drop in calligraphy, in our lineage, okay, we call this theme. D-I-M. Theme. Okay. Now, one theme is not one point. Theme here. We have a special name for these theme, or this dot here. Okay. This one we call 麒麟注種. This is the 麒麟. It's another animal thing, okay? It's like the unicorn kind of thing, but it's not, okay? So I'll explain the Kalen later on. But this is how you 注種 to infuse one drop of essence that can give birth to many things. This essence is like it contains all this stuff. It contains everything inside, like a full package, awaiting to be unpacked, to be uncompressed, and be used to give birth to other things. Okay, so this is like one drop of stuff. Like the best thing I can relate to is like the sperm. One drop of essence, and you can give birth to unlimited amount of stuff. Like one drop of sperm, you can give birth. Wow, the whole body, you know, heart, organ, all these stuff. Okay, so it contains all the potential to give birth to new things, to create things. Now this is one theme right here. Okay, now when things go from the left to right, okay, whenever things go from here to here, this is to pass on from this A to B side. Now A side is the proactive side. B side is the responsive side. which is also the receiving side. Okay? So you can imagine always like person A, person B, or you can say universe A to universe B. It's always like one subject is the main and the other one receive. Whenever things are created or when time flies, go onward, when things move on, it's always from one side to another. For example, if I want to go to the washroom, then I'm the proactive. The washroom is waiting for me to go over, and the washroom is the receiving. Okay, so the whiteboard, me and the whiteboard, I'm the proactive. I move this thing. Okay, get it? Easy. Okay, so now if we split the word up right here, okay, now in my world, for example, okay, like for example, you can say this is my world. This is the world that I'm going to affect or do stuff to. In my world, what happened? In my world, first of all, one drop of essence, bloop, and come down. Now this drop of essence contains all the elements, the energies, the whatever intention, all the stuff is here, okay? This is the first, this is 3 sections, okay? 1/3, 1/3, 1/3, okay? 天地人, as we have always said, okay? 天地人, the 3 realms. Now the first thing that happened is this drop of essence came down. And then you, this is the middle between the 2 parties. For example, it's like a bridge or a distance between A and B, okay? So if, say, for me, to go to the washroom, the middle, whoa, dropped my marker. The middle will become the distance between me and the washroom, or the door, okay, the doorway. It can also be anything in the middle between the 2 parties, okay? So, on my side, I built a transmission or transmitting path to the middle to attempt to connect to the other side, okay? This drop of essence then came down to an action, and then from this end, okay, this end gave a reaction, like it responded. So I put, they responded. It's like sound responded. Sound, okay? I put responded. Respond by sound, okay? Respond by anything. It can respond by whatever action, okay? So I give that side respond. Then I built a connection to the center line, to this medium. Built this thing, okay? Now I then use up my elements to, like the fuel or this drop of stuff, okay? I use it up to build an action, to execute an action to the other side, and bring the medium between this and this to a targeted or a result that you wanted to go to. And after that, something like the energy is transmitted, and also you have brought this side into action to form a result, okay, to create, like to force this thing to turn into something. And then on the responsive side, what happened is the energy then came down and passed it on to them. Now this energy transmit to them and bring them into action. After they brought them, like after this thing brought them into action, the energy is then used to affect whatever is already solidly in B side, to affect their final stuff, their final state stuff, okay? To bring it down and affect whatever is already existing in that world. And then you create another 3 stages, 天地人, again, and make this side be able to continue. So you have bring this thing to affect something on this party which is already there, and then you can give the energy, the power for this already existing thing to be able to create and recreate things again, okay, to make new things again. So, in Chinese, there's a saying. We used to say, "Oh, the Chinese are the descendant of the dragon or the child of the dragon." Now, this is not because it's like, oh, because that first guy, the leader, likes that kind of animal, and then it's like a fan of dragon, and then you just keep saying dragon what, and then it looks cool and stuff like that. No. It's just because of this. Think about it, guys. Human, or just like dragon, we got our body like this. Okay, one drop of essence from the male side, the father. Bring it to the mother. The mother, okay, from the father to you, the middle is the mother. The father needs to your mother, and then in order for the mother to you out, right? So you need that medium. The medium is the mother. Now, the father drop an essence and build a bridge to your mother. And then this essence goes into action with your mother, and your mother gives reaction. Now the father brings the mother into action, use up his, and then this energy, this essence, the sperm stuff, okay, got used up, go into the mother's tummy, and go to the destination. And then sit there, and then it just pass on its energy and pass on its action, and then start interacting with the mother. Now, your mother then process this thing all the way down and use up that element, and then the stuff bring you into action. You are born into action. And then action to you, which is the pregnancy. Now it brings all the way down, use up all the elements, and it gives birth to you. And because of that, through your mother, you can then recreate new cycle of the same thing with another person. So that is why we say we are the descendant of the dragon. Not only the Chinese, but also for the Western and for any people in the world, any person, unless you are born sexually disabled. And that is also why the Chinese favor the male as a leader in the past as a natural reaction to how nature works. Because it's always like this. Look, it's always for male, F the male, female, and then equals whatever. If equals to male, okay, then you can continue. If it's equal to female, then you become the other responsive side, okay, and then you just wait there to be screwed, to be whatever, okay, and then you can continue or be affected by another male and then continue, okay, but you're always the middle person. Now it doesn't mean that the male is the most important thing, though. Just having male doesn't work. Just having female doesn't work. So there's a misconception there with people like, there's a female, then it's not a good sign, when I got a girl, a daughter, it's not a good sign. We need a son, and then they keep going on and on and on to try to get a son. So because they want to continue their lineage, that is why they want to get a son. They want to keep on going with their line of inheriting, their own line. If you have a female, your line is broken. You cannot just keep continuing with this drop of essence. Now, does it really matter? Well, practically it doesn't really matter, okay? But in the society, because of how people are like kind of crooked later on, it does matter. Because when you're a female, people don't like you because you cannot continue the lineage for them. But they forgot that the female is also a very important role in the society and in this world. Without female, you have the person to inherit. You don't have anyone in the center to be the medium to bring this drop of essence to the final state, right? It's like now, if we want to communicate with each other, we need a medium because we cannot see each other. Now, because you guys, like the audience here watching this video, is all over the world. If we don't have the internet and I have my stuff, it doesn't work. But if I don't have my stuff, then even have the internet, it doesn't work. So they are equally important, very important. But as you can see, this is the pattern of how a dragon works. Okay, the word dragon. Now, some people will ask, okay, this is like the modern calligraphy style of dragon. What about the old style of dragon? Well, it actually, you know what? In this little grid system, it works for all types of calligraphy, all types of Chinese calligraphy. Like any time period, it still works. Because it's like this. If you look at it, okay, the earlier it is with the Chinese calligraphy, the earlier the font is, the earlier it is, the earlier stage this font is trying to describe with the dragon word. And this stage is actually the latest stage, because we are now at this stage here is the latest stage of how the dragon word, the pattern, is done, finished with the cycle right now. Okay, let me try to explain and give you another example of another of dragon, okay? Another word of dragon. The same word dragon, but different font, okay? So you'll be able to see. Now, this word I think is also in Japanese, maybe. Not sure, is it true, but... okay, there's also one drop. Now there's one line. There's a drop. Then a reaction. Oh gosh, this is bad. Okay, and then one line. Then you have this. It's really hard to draw. Okay. Oh my. What a disaster. It's so hard to draw on the board. Okay. I think, you know what? It's actually better than I thought, but... okay, not sure if this is actually how you draw the word in Japanese, but there is such word in Chinese for sure. It's a more ancient or more old style of dragon. Okay, this is also dragon. Now, how come it looks so different? Let me explain bit by bit. Same thing. Same kind of concept, okay? Now, this is explaining, you see, in the center, right? In the center. See, this is like a box, okay? You see that? In the center, okay? In the center, which is like a mother, okay? There is a drop of essence came down. That passes the energy and the thoughts and elements from the father side to this side. This father, the father's energy, which is the sperm, got a reaction. Like this center got reaction inside the, you see, like this, got reaction inside. And then action started from here to here. So the pregnancy started from here to here. Okay, so this drop of sperm from the father is now have built a bridge for the potential growth. Now in the mother's tummy, the father's side, the energy, the sperm being used up, or not used up, but it's being like processed to bring into action, bringing it to here and to an action, which is like the pregnancy stage where the baby start growing, and then here brings it into action, a final result done with the pregnancy, and then the mother in the center line brings it all the way down, finished, and push out the final product to this side, and there goes the sun. You see, the same thing applied. It just explained the whole thing about inheriting. One drop of essence that contains everything which can be inherited. And then this thing, this new product, which is like you, okay, can give birth to other things. So the dragon word, no matter what style, what font, it's really about the same kind of concept, which is inheriting. The concept of one drop of essence that can be put into a process and start inheriting again and again. Now this simplified form explained how it just kicked out the baby, and it doesn't tell you that the baby can recreate, but it is part of it. Okay. Now there's this one from the simplified Chinese. Okay. Now this is hard to draw. Gosh, look at that. Whew. Oh my. Look how hard it is to draw. Oh god. Okay. Now you're just like, okay, this is very different. How can this be dragon? Well, yeah, it can. Okay. Now from this side, the father's side, okay, you pass on the energy and the element, build a bridge to transmit through the mother to this side. Okay, there's no son yet. Now the drop of energy, or the energy from the mother in the middle, got used up to the final result and pushed out the final product already. Now, after that stage, okay, this is the departure time, which is when the like you push out the baby, and then this one is when you have to cut that bell, okay, cut that cord, and then one drop of essence again on the top, which is, this is the sun, on the sun. You gave the full form of a human being, the full baby form, and now the baby is ready to go on and do whatever. Okay, this is like a complete baby. You see, this one is also a dragon. So this is a simplified form of the Chinese word, and it can still be a dragon. Okay, so basically, no matter what era, what history, what time period that word dragon is, as long as it's dragon, it will mean a part of the inheriting of energies of things. Okay. And it just depends on the perspective. Like one style will be a more detailed version. One style will be a simplified, fast version. 1, 2, 3. One is like 1A, 1, 2, 1B, like that. Okay, and then so it's like different fonts describing the same pattern, same thing, but one is more detailed. One is like excluding the detail. Now you'll be like, hey, but how do people actually know these things and create the word? Well, from what we know, Chinese people create words by just looking at pictures, imagining stuff, drawing icons and stuff like that. Well, yes, in real history, it's like that. Okay, people create word because they think that word, look, or sound, or whatever alike, and then they will use it. But because there's no coincidence in nature, we have a lecture on the channel that is called the concept of correspondence. When things have similar properties, they attract in nature. So because people want to describe this thing, whatever that comes to mind that is linked or have the same property as this thing, they will automatically do it. It's just like saying a natural reaction to things. When you have a fire beside you, you touch, everybody touch it. You don't need to be taught to go. Everybody do the same thing. You don't need to be taught to do this. Why do you blow? It's a natural reaction. Now, creating word is also a natural reaction. No matter what language, even English, even whatever language, it's the same thing. English word alphabet can be also decoded using the same grid, but just to make it not so confusing, I'm not going to dig into that today. But actually, I did that for myself and also my disciples. It can be done. English word also can mean whatever, the same thing when you decode the word one by one. It's also a pattern of energy flow. And energy doesn't mean like, oh, this is electricity energy, like light bulbs, fire. It can be anything. Energy can be thoughts, can be anything. Energies. It doesn't mean that it has to be like a flame, Energy can be your thinking, your thoughts, your intention. Your mind has energy, right? So it's all about, like this word dragon, always it's about the energy transmission, inheriting, and giving one drop of essence energy so that this energy can go to another place, be born, and recreate things. So when we talk about dragon energy, 龍氣, okay? Let me write the word. Go down, okay? 龍氣. Long Hei. Okay? Dragon's Chi. What is this? Long Hei. In Chinese, when we talk about Long Hei, usually you heard this word in Feng Shui. A lot of people don't know what it is. They just talk about it. They don't know what it is. Long Hei. Long. As we talked about it, it's when you can bring one drop of essence energy from one side to another side, inherit it to that side, and be able to let that energy go there in full form and recreate things. Hei, here is also the energy. This one is the energy that can be used to make something into action, to make something move, like a dynamic force, or a force to empower actions, to empower something so that it can move, it can start, kick into action. Okay, this is Hei. Now, Long Hei. When we talk about Long Hei in nature, in this world, in Feng Shui, the category of Feng Shui, what we're talking about is actually, we are talking about the energy that is coming from another dimension and also outside of planet Earth. That energy is coming into our planet Earth from another dimension, from outer space. And these energies cycle to this world, to this planet Earth. And then we here will be affected by this energy because we live here. Okay? So these energies from the other dimensions that come here inherit to everything in this planet and push everything in this planet to move. Now, one form of energy can be the energy from the sun. The sun gives off energy, and that is why everything around will orbit and stuff like that. That is one form. But in Feng Shui, we are talking about the energy that is not in this dimension. It's something outside of this dimension. The sun is the stuff, the matter in this dimension, because you can still see it. We are talking about in another dimension that you cannot see. So we can say, okay, the suns give off energy. That is one example. Very good. But we're talking about that is one dimension out of 9. There are 8 other dimensions that you cannot see. And these dimensions transmit the energies that you cannot see. And these things will transmit from dimension to dimension to dimension and circulate. So Long Hei in Feng Shui is how the 9 dimensions nature energy cycles and inherit from one dimension to another and to another and keep going to give birth to new things and to help every dimension to keep going onward, to keep rolling. Okay, that is the real Long Hei, dragon's energy, not related to any animals kind of dragon. Now, Today we have learned what is dragon, long, and also long hei. Now, just to conclude my little lecture here, we have talked about the sun long sapat kim. Okay, now you know why 18. Okay, so the 18 strokes or 18 steps, and the kim is the way how this energy get from here to here to here. You know, like a sword stabbing from one to another. And sun long. The word sun means to transmit energy and put energy to an action so that it will be transmitted from outside one universe to go in and out and onward and keep going. That is sun. For example, if my little universe is my house right now, to sun out of the house, you need to open the door and get out of your universe. So sun long really means to bypass the boundary of any universe and put this dragon chi that we talked about from one dimension or one universe to another. It's just like example time. Okay, example. If we are talking about just this dimension that we are living in, okay, it's like saying the energy from an other place or the other planet, like the sun. The sun gives off energy, and the energy travel out of its own unit, and then through the space, the empty gap, and then to us, this planet, and then the people and living things here receive the energy. As you can see, this is how it's sun out of its own unit, and then travel to another place, another universe, another little thing. Now, universe here doesn't mean like the whole Milky Way, the whole galaxy. Our universe here is just this little planet of planet Earth. So the sun's energy get out of its own unit into the planet Earth, and we living here get the energy. Well, don't tell me that it's not true, right? That's how science works too. So you get the sunlight, right? Sunlight, the heat, the UV, everything. Okay, so all these things are inherited from the sun. The sun's energy, sun out of itself and sun into our planet, and we get it. That is how sun long is performed. So just looking at how the sun's energy can come in to our planet and we get it here, it's also a form of sun long, the energy coming in. Now, another form, another way of doing sun long in the smaller circle is when I want to output my energies, my thoughts, the energies, okay, the thoughts out of my body, and then let you feel that energy and get everything. That is also a way to sun long. By making videos right now, I am inputting, infusing all my thoughts into a compressed, complete form into this video. The video is one theme, one full package. This video contains all my essence, all the stuff I want to give you. But then if you don't watch the whole video and digest and all that pondering, you will not get it, right? You need to unpack my bundle right here, my package. So now I'm packing everything up into one video, one file. The file is one drop. And now I'm going to output everything here through this camera, through this thing, the video. And then it will be transmitted to you, and you will get it after you watch the whole video and ponder and stuff. And by doing that, it's already transmitting and inheriting my knowledge and my wisdom, my energies here to you. And this action itself is already a form of sun long, which is what you can call celestial dragon, but it's not celestial dragon in real. Okay, so this is how the word means in magic, and also the same thing. Actually, the same meaning goes to feng shui, it's knowledge. But a lot of people don't get it, and they think the long hei is really about those dragon stuff, and that you see all the dragon pictures and stuff in the China palace and stuff like that, and you think that they really believe that there's dragon in there. A lot of people still believe that, oh, we have to find that reptile looking thing. Well, it's totally not, okay? So in another lecture, maybe we'll talk more about the deeper meaning of like why the the different parts of the dragon, the why we have a picture and stuff like that kind of stuff. Maybe we'll talk about that in the future. But right now, at least dragon is not about the animal. And this is the real meaning of dragon. And dragon chi long hei. Okay, hope you guys like it. Remember to subscribe and like and share the video out. If you really want to learn the Chinese magic that we teach, Saam Law Sun Gung, feel free to email us and we can get you ordained and guide you to start. Okay, so that's it. See you next class. Bye-bye.